Hey guys, Sak here from SAKITECH, and in today's video we are going to be sharing 25 plus advanced tips, tricks, and features for your Samsung Galaxy S22 smartphone. So if you go to your settings and if you scroll down, you are going to see a group of advanced features. There are truly powerful features, and what I want to do in this video is I want to show you all of them from top to bottom. I want you guys to master this smartphone and maximize your ownership. Alright, so let's dive in and get started right away. So I'm going to go to my settings, I'm going to scroll down, I'm going to go into my advanced features. Alright, so first I'm going to talk about these two settings right here. I do want to let you know both of these settings require that you have a Samsung Galaxy tablet. Some people have them, some people don't. I'm going to show you what it does anyway. And that could be any Samsung tablet. So first, let's look at continue apps on other devices. So I'm going to tap on it, and what you have to do is when you enable this feature, it's going to ask you to log in with your Samsung account. You're going to do that, then you go to your tablet, also you go to advanced features, and also you go to same continue apps, you enable it, and you log in with the same Samsung account. Now let's see what this feature allows you to do. Now understand that Samsung only supports the Samsung Internet and Samsung Notes for now. So I'm going to launch the Internet application. Alright, let's launch it right here. That's the Internet. Tap on it. Alright, so it pulled out the Samsung website. Now look at what happens over here. So if I go over here and tap on the multi-window button, it is going to say that I can continue the internet from my phone. So whatever I have going on over here, I can transfer it to my tablet. So if I click on this guy, it is going to, I never launched the internet here, so let me just cancel this. Tap on continue. Look at that. The website that was here transferred to here. Now let me X everything out. Let's exit out. Now let's try it one more time. Okay, you can do it back and forth, by the way. You can do it from the phone to the tablet or from tablet to the phone. So again, I'm going to go to Amazon.com. Let's say I'm doing some shopping and I want a larger display. Again, if I tap this, look at that. Click. It is going to bring Amazon. Boom. I can continue what I was doing here over here. So that's what that is. All right. And you can do the same thing. If I go to my settings, advanced features, continue apps on other devices, you can do the same thing with Samsung Notes application. So if I start something here, okay, let me just bring this up. Now if I tap the button here, it is going to give me the option, continue from your tablet. And I can do that as well. Or back and forth, all right? Perfect. The next thing I want to talk about is call and text on other devices. So you enable this. When you tap on it, you are going to be asked to log in with your Samsung account. So on this one, you have to do the same thing. Go to settings, go to advanced features, go into call and text on other devices, and log in with your Samsung account. And then it's going to walk you through on how to link your phone and your tablet for phone calls and text messaging. So after it's all set up, let me show you what it looks like. I'm going to call myself with my other phone on this number, and you're going to see the phone pop up here as well. So it should be ringing any minute now. Okay, so you can see this is the phone that's getting the call, but it's transferring that call to the tablet so I can take the call from my tablet, and you can see it right here. Let me tap on mute here. Okay, so look at this. I'm taking the call from my phone, and I can end the call from here. So that's what it means, call and text on other devices. Really nice and neat feature, okay? Now that's it for the tablet. Let's move on and talk about the link to Windows feature. So maybe you don't have a tablet, but you have a Windows laptop. You can link your phone to your Windows computer. You enable this, you log in with your Microsoft account on the phone, and then on your computer you download the app and log in from the same Microsoft account, and that's going to link the phone to the computer. Let me show you what that looks like. So once they're linked, here's my phone, and here's my phone actually showing up on my computer screen under this application. This is the Your Phone application you download from Microsoft Store. And look at that, that's a S22 Ultra, this phone right here, connected. And the best part is I can see all my notifications on the phone right here. So if I pull this down, these are the same notifications you are going to see right here on the computer. So if you're doing some kind of work on your PC, you can have phone sitting on the side and you can see everything important on your phone right on your windows. So I can even see my messages. I can look, all these photos I can access. These are the same photos that are in the gallery of my phone right here. Okay, look at that. These are the same photos. So I can access the photos. I can copy them to my desktop. I can even access my apps. I can access my calls. And you have to do a little setup here, but you can also make calls from your Windows PC though. So that's the link to Windows feature. Just log into your computer and your phone with the same Microsoft account and make sure you download the Your Phone application from the Microsoft Store and link them together. All right, so next up we have Samsung DeX. Now this one is even more complicated. So there's actually a dedicated video for this feature. I'm going to drop a link to that video down below so you can go watch that video if you want to learn about this feature. This feature transforms your phone into a computer. So if that is interesting to you, go watch that video, link below. Let's move on and talk about the labs. So when you tap on the labs, you're going to see two options. You have the multi-window for all apps, and then you have the full screen in split screen view. Let me show you what this is. So if you don't enable this, and if you want to do split screen multitasking, basically you tap a button, you tap on this button, and you tap on open in split screen view. So let me just pick another application. I'm going to say calculator, okay? So now you can see we have two windows here and I can do multitasking on both. Now if I were to enable this feature, what it's going to do, it's going to hide the navigation bar on the top to give you even more space to work with your applications. So let me first cancel the split screen. I'm going to enable this guy. I'm going to tap over here again. I'm going to go like this. I'm going to say open in split screen view. And notice that the status bar on the top and the buttons at the bottom have now disappeared. So what I'm getting here is even more screen to multitask, more screen real estate. So I definitely recommend that you guys enable this. Now this one right over here is the multi-window for all apps. If you enable this, what you can do is some windows are not compatible with the split screen view, this view right here, okay? So let me just bring something else over here. Let me go over here and tap on calendar. So some windows are not going to do this by default. So you may try it and the phone may just disable that. It may dump you back into one single screen like this one. And you might be confused. Why can't I do it? So that's why they have this option. Samsung has this option. When you enable this option, you can do the split screen format with any application that you want. That includes application you download from the Play Store. All the stock applications, Samsung applications, are compatible by default, but sometimes when you download and install an application from the Play Store, it is not going to be compatible with the multi-window experience. So if you enable that, you are going to be able to do it everywhere. So fantastic. Let's go back and look at the S Pen. Now this is a whole video by itself, which is coming very soon. I'm going to show you guys every single S Pen tip and trick on your phone. So this one we're going to skip for this video. But once I complete that video, the link's going to be down below if you want to explore this. Now let's go to the side key option. So tap on side key. That's the side key, the power button. You can customize it. By default, it says quick launch camera. If I double tap, it launches the camera, which is very useful for some people. Now I don't like that, so I go to open app. And what I do is I choose either the calculator because I use it all the time. Now when I double tap, it launches the calculator, or I tap on the settings and I use the flashlight feature. Now, when I double tap the power button, it turns on the flash. Turn on and off, as you can see. All right, on, off. So that is very useful for some people as well. Let's go back in, and then if you press and hold the button, normally it is supposed to wake up the Bixby interface, which I don't use anymore, but you can. I prefer to have the power off menu. So when I press and hold, it just brings up the power off menu that I can use as I please. So that's the side key customization. The next thing, motions and gestures. Fantastic features all around, okay? First and foremost, you got double tap to turn on and off the screen. So that's this one. If you go home, double tap anywhere, turns off, double tap, turns on, okay? So you can disable or enable, again, based on your needs. Then we have the lift to wake feature. So if you have this enabled, and if the phone is turned off, you can just lift and it's gonna wake up the phone. You can glance at it and put it back and move on if there's nothing going on. So that's the lift to wake. Then we have this thing right here that is alert when phone is picked up. So let's say the phone was turned on, sitting on the table, and I got a text message. If I just grab the phone and go like this, if I have any unseen notification, the phone is going to vibrate, give you a feedback. So again, if the phone is turned off and you pick it up and it doesn't vibrate, that means nothing has happened. So you put it and you move on. But if it does vibrate, you can double tap to see what kind of notifications you do have. So great little feature. And then we have the mute with gestures. This is fantastic because if somebody calls you or if you get an alarm, you can grab your phone and you can just put it like this. Once you do that, it is going to mute the incoming call or mute the alarm. So just flip it and put it on the table, it mutes it. Or what you can do is you can bring your hand in front of the screen and that's also going to mute the incoming call or the current notification that is ringing on the phone. And finally, we have palm swipe to capture. So basically, if this is enabled, look at this. Takes a screenshot. So when I swipe my hand side to this side, let me do that one more time. It takes a screenshot and that screenshot gets saved in my gallery, okay? An easy way to take a quick screenshot. So that's fantastic as well. I'm gonna go back now. Actually, we forget about this one. So keep screen on while viewing. So if you enable this, and if you were reading an article, that means you're looking at the phone, the camera here is gonna recognize that you're looking at the phone. So it's not going to turn off your phone automatically so you can finish reading your article. So it's a great little feature if you use your phone to read books, articles, news all the time. It is not going to just turn off on you as you're reading, just like this. Then you have to double tap and re-log in. All right, so that's an option you have. Let's go back and talk about the one-handed mode. So the first thing you want to do with the one-handed mode is enable it. When you go inside, you have an option. Now you can see I have the buttons at the bottom, so I'm going to use the button method to activate the one-handed mode. If you have gestures enabled, you want to pick the gestures. All right, so let's see what the one-handed mode is. I'm going to go with the button. It says double tap the home button, which is this guy right here. So when I double tap it, it gives me the one-handed mode on my phone. Now what is this mode? Basically I can put it anywhere that I want, as you can see. And I can use my phone with one hand, just my one thumb, because the entire phone actually gets minimized to this corner window. Now the good thing is you can customize the size. So if you want to use a little bit bigger, you can do that as well. You can move this up or down. So you can put it exactly where you want so you can have full coverage of the screen with one hand. And also if you're using either hand, you can switch it any side that you please. When you're done using the one-handed mode, you tap this guy, you tap in an area where you don't have the window, double tap, it goes back to full screen mode. Fantastic feature. The next thing that we have is the Bixby Routines. Now this is an advanced feature, so let me show you what it can do. So first enable it and then go inside, okay? So basically you can add routines that will activate when certain conditions are met. So I'm going to give you an example by making my own routine. So I'm going to go to my routines. You can see that we have nothing here. So let me go to add a routine to add a brand new routine. So you can see we have an if and then. So if I do this or if this happens on my phone, then I want this to happen. So it's an automation, okay? So I'm going to tap on plus. So let's say if the battery level, I'm going to tap on battery level, okay, is below 30%, okay? I can also do equal to or above, but I'm going to say below 30%. So if the battery level is below 30%, then I'm going to tap on plus. I'm going to say, let's go to display here. I'm going to say brightness. I'm going to say reduce the brightness to 20%. I'm going to tap on done. Okay. So what this is going to allow me to do is when my battery level hits 30%, which is low battery, the brightness is going to get reduced on the phone automatically, which is going to save me battery life. Then I tap on next, by the way. I give it a name. So you can give it any name that you want. Pick a color. Even pick a icon. Tap on done. Now that is your routine and that is activated. Okay, if you tap on it, you can see you get the details that you set up. Alrighty. So when the routine ends, by the way, so if I charge my phone and the phone goes above 40% after my charge, the routine is going to end automatically. You have to do nothing. It is all automation. So the possibilities with this are endless. So anytime you add a routine, it is going to pop up under My Routines. And of course, you can go here and discover some preset routines that Samsung has set up for you beforehand. So you can choose to play with all these routines. If I'm going out, what do I want my phone to do? Or if I'm at work, what do I want my phone to do? Maybe I want to go on silent. If I'm in a meeting, I want the phone on silent. So all these options are configurable from Bixby Routines. Fantastic feature. All right, so next up we have the Smart Suggestions option. I'm going to click on this guy. And if you enable this, based on context, you are going to be getting suggestions from the phone. So for example, if you receive a message from your friend that says, meet me at 7 o'clock, the message itself is going to make the suggestion to add a 7 o'clock meeting with that particular friend into your calendar. Let's go back and let's go and look at the screenshot and screen recorder. So a screenshot is an easy thing. Okay, you just take a screenshot. There's a couple ways to do it. One of them is press the volume down and power at the same time, and that takes a screenshot, and then you get a little bar at the bottom. If you tap on this bar, you can see the photo. That's what this toolbar is. Show toolbar after capturing. So if I was out here and if I took a screenshot, this toolbar is showing up just because I have it enabled. So I can tap here, I can reduce the size and all that stuff. That toolbar is coming up because I said I want it to come up right from here. Let me go back here, screenshots, show toolbar. Now if I disable this and if I take a screenshot, power volume down, I'm not going to see a toolbar. All that happened was if I go to my gallery, that photo is saved right here, the screenshot that I took. All right, so that's that. Let's go back inside. So let me just keep this enabled because I do like it. You can click on it and it will give you more details, all right? Exactly what that toolbar is and all the breakdown. One more thing, when you take a screenshot, look at this screenshot that I took. You can see in this screen, this is a screenshot by the way, in this screenshot you can see the buttons and the status bar. What if you don't want those guys? What you can do is you can actually hide it. So hide status and navigation bars when I take a screenshot. So I'm going to take a screenshot. Now I'm going to go home. I'm going to tap on gallery and I'm going to show you guys the latest screenshot does not have the buttons or the status bar. This is what happens when you have this option disabled. This is what happens when that option is enabled. You don't get the status bar and the buttons. Fantastic. Let's go back in. This you want to leave as format, JPEG. That's the best format. And then we have the screen recorder right here. So this is a fantastic little thing. It is right over here on the top. So if you want to record the screen as you're doing something with your phone, it's going to be here somewhere. If you don't see it here, mine is right here, screen recorder. You can tap this button. You can tap on edit buttons. And if it's sitting here, you can just grab it and drop it here to activate it, all right? But mine is right here, so when I click on it, I have a couple options. Do I want to record the sounds of the phone and the microphone or no sound? Let's just say no sound. Let's say start recording. It's going to do a countdown, 2, 3, 2, 1. Now it's recording the screen, as you can see, okay? and there's even a toolbar here. This is not being recorded, this toolbar, okay? But what I'm doing on the screen is being recorded. So when I'm done, I can press stop, and then that gets saved also into my gallery. And now I can replay that. That's a 14-second clip that I just recorded, alrighty, with the screen recorder. So that's what we have right over here, the screen recorder option. You can make modifications to the quality from here. I recommend 1080p. And then if you want to see the taps and touches on the screen as you're recording, you can enable this. So that's good for tutorials. If you want to make a tutorial and send it to somebody, you can use that option. Then we have this, show contacts when sharing content. If you disable this, and if you share something with anybody, let's just say I want to share this photo, now you can see the contacts are not showing up here. But if you enable that option, your most recent contacts are going to show up with the share button for easy sharing. So I like this better because it's a little bit more private. I don't get to see my contacts. Nobody can see them. Their numbers might show up. So this is just better for me, but you can show them if you want. And then we have the video call effect. So if you're doing a video call with anybody using, for example, Google Duo or WhatsApp, you can change the background color of the phone, okay? So you can turn this on and off, and you can change the background color of the video call effects. You can even add a background image from your gallery in the video call if that's what you want. So they're going to see your face, but behind your face, they're going to see either one of these colors or the background image that you set. So it's going to be like a green screen situation. Personally, I don't really care about this. I disable it, all right? But it's great if you're in a meeting and you want to change the background so that nobody sees your dirty office or your dirty bedroom. Now this one here is simply a game launcher. If you enable this and if you go home, you can actually search for something known as the game launcher. It's going to aggregate all your games in one place and a bunch of other options. So nothing huge, but it's a nice little area. If you're a gamer, you want to enable this and simply game from this centralized location. That's all that is. Only for gamers. I don't game too much on my phone, so I don't need that. Then we have the video brightness. So if you tap on this guy, if you put this on bright, basically you are able to choose all the applications you want this feature to apply to. And when you launch that application, what you are going to get, temporary increase in brightness and more vibrant, vivid colors. So the movies or the videos are simply going to look even better on your phone. And again, you can apply or unapply based on the applications that you want it to go for. Just test it out, launch an application without the video brightness, and then do with the brightness, and you'll see the difference right away. Personal choice, whatever you like. Alright, so that brings us to the end of this video. We have covered just about everything under advanced features right over here. I hope you guys learned some fantastic stuff. Any questions, comments, or concerns, drop them down below. Let me know. For now, guys, have a fantastic day, alright?